Hi everybody, welcome to my house. This is Everyday Deer Hunting Obsession. Today we're going to be talking about how to grow trees. These are crabapple trees that are 6 weeks old from seed. This is the first time that I've done crabapple trees in this. This is actually called an Aerogarden. It's an aquaponic garden. And I put these seeds in the ground 6 weeks ago. Well, I guess it's more of a foam dirt compound, and now they're so big they're falling over. I'd say they're at least 12 to 18 inches tall. So I'm going to show you how it's done. Alright, so sorry for my house being a little messy, but this is kind of how I bag them up. If you can see on here, like this says red crabapple, and I put a date that I harvested them. And I try to do that with all of my seeds that I collect. So I'm going to just show you. I put the crabapple seeds inside of wet paper towels, and I just put them in the fridge when I collect them, just like, you know, they belong in the fridge, and they stay there until I'm ready to plant. I do the same thing with acorns. See, here's a little itty bitty acorn. And even these I will start inside of this aquaponic system. It's pretty cool. I bought this setup where you can start 50 seeds at a time, and it's meant to do like garden plants, like your tomatoes and so forth, but I use it for trees and it works amazing. I bought this thing probably a year or so ago, and I would hate to know how many trees and plants I've had fun starting in it. Just so that you can see, let me open up these crabapple seeds and we'll take a look and see what they look like. If you can tell, the towel is moist, and I just keep them in a paper towel because it's easier to do. And actually, if you look here, you can see that they are even starting to sprout inside of there. So as soon as I get done taking these out, I'm going to put these in and we'll have them ready to go, and we'll do different rounds. But like I said, these are 6 week old crabapple trees, so you can see how quickly you can grow them. And now I'm going to move them down into my basement where I have a little grow bed set up and a light, and they'll stay there until I'm ready to plant them in the spring. Alright, my son Jacob's going to help me on the second part of this. Well, look at the camera, goofball.
Hello.
Alright, so now the cool thing about this little grow pod thing, this grow bed thing, is that I can move it and bring it down here and plant my trees. I don't know, this isn't anything fancy. It's a Rubbermaid tub filled with dirt, and all I'm going to do is plant the trees in it, and then I have a light that I'll sit on top of it, and I've got a timer. And as you can see, right here beside us is another grow bed. Actually, those are white oak trees, if you can tell. The light kind of messes with it. But they're white oak trees, and actually I've had them growing since last year, so it's kind of a little bit of an experiment to see how long they'll go. What the interesting thing to me is that they've actually started to go through fall on their own. They've lost their leaves, and I think they're going to spring green up again. And I've started some other white oaks in there just about a couple weeks ago, and they're starting to sprout now too. But well, for now, let's plant these and get them in the ground so we can get more going upstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, I should show you guys. Here are the roots, if you can tell. Oh boy. Here, please.
What a watery mess.
Yeah, so there are the roots through this hydroponic system. And honestly, tonight, it's kind of late in the school night, so we might just do a few of them, get them in the ground growing, and then do more tomorrow. But for now, we're going to get these in the ground. Here's one of the trees, so that everybody can see.
I have a small one.
All right. Okay.
Mine's very small.
That's So this is the Aerogarden setup. There's a little pump inside of here that circulates this water. Now, yes, it's water, but you put, they have their own supplement that you put in here with the plants to help them grow. I mean, I've never tried it without it, but I don't think they grow very well. I have bought some stuff at Lowe's on clearance in bulk that I use instead of the Aerogarden grow stuff, just because I was able to get it for really cheap, and it works just fine. This is the setup with 50 spots for starting trees or seeds, and it holds the sponges in here, and then it just sits in here. The light's on top, and it grows everything.
These sponges.
Yep, those are the sponges. Good job, Jacob. And now the trees are planted in here. We'll put a light on them and a timer, and they'll grow up big and strong. All right, here we are. We're going to start our seeds. I gained another child. But that's okay. Here it is, and I just buy these things off of Amazon. They come in a bag. This bag was $12 of these grow pods. This Aerogarden system, I think I got it on sale for like $120. I think now it's maybe 150 bucks or something, but it's pretty cool and it's fun, and you can have it in the house, and everybody's involved, as you can tell. So it's worth 150 bucks. So all we're gonna do, if you can see, you put the seed inside of this little hole, and then you stick it in there, and I cover it for the first week or so, at least until the sponges have soaked up a bunch of water. So maybe sometimes it's a couple of days, sometimes a week. If you can tell about me, I'm not too particular about stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and start planting, and I'll show you more. All right, I've got big helpers tonight, so we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Okay, so
all right,
first
big kid.
sponge. Do I show
Now let's see here. Now this is important. So when you're putting the seed inside of the pod, if you know how a seed works, if you can see there, the pointy part you want to put down, because that is generally where the root is going to come out of, and the kind of fatter part is the leaf. And that's you want it when you're starting it in here. You want to start it that way every time, or you're gonna fail. Now these are red crab apples, and the ones that I grew in the basement are yellow. So it'll be interesting to see the differences in how they're started. Ava, do you need help there, girl, or are you getting it?
No, she's kind of.
So if you're wondering if it's too complicated for you, just remember my 1.5-year-old is doing it, so it can't be too hard. I mean, just take it easy. It's, people stress out too much about stuff. It's okay, we're all having fun, and that's what it's all about.
I have a question. How do I get these in with roots? With long roots?
Just try your best. Alright, now here's a little trick that I've learned with these grow pod things. So if you want to start those acorns that are a little bit bigger, what you do is you cut a slit in it like this, because you want to get seed to soil contact. So you'll split it open, and then it's really simple. You slide the acorn in there, grasp it like that, and then shove it down in the grow bed. So, boom, there's an acorn in a tree planted.
I want to try.
Alright, give it a try, kiddo.
Okay, so I cut like the majority down.
Just cut part of it. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, there you go. Just try to stay in the center.
And then
That's all I
have
try
an
to do.
acorn.
Yeah.
And so I shove it down as far as possible. And then I squeeze it.
You know, how far did you get in it? That's good.
And then I squeeze it.
Yeah, you can actually even shove it in there sideways. It's
Pop goes the weasel.
Alright, so this is what they call the grow bowl, and this is what you add your nutrients to and put the grow pods into. As you can see, there's a pump. Here's the stuff that I got at Lowe's on clearance that I use. Now, if you use the Aerogarden mixture, which it comes like this, they tell you to put 2 capfuls in there to start it out. I'm no scientist, so I just put kind of whatever amount of this I feel like putting in, and I've never had any issues with it not growing. If you can tell that your plants are doing bad, you just add more nutrients, and it helps them, and they grow bigger. That's all that I've figured out as the secret. So I just put
What's different?
some in there,
What's the difference?
and it'll cycle the nutrients around and make the plants grow. What I do is set this thing on here, and I'll cover it with cellophane, and it's good to go. Here are the pictures of my trees growing. The first pictures are on day 5 as they first begin to sprout and they continue growing. The pictures are every few days so that you get an idea of how quickly they can grow and how they grow. I hope that you enjoy seeing these and watching our video. I hope that you can like and share and maybe let some of your friends know about these videos. Post questions and comments, and hopefully we can keep these coming. Thank you.